clear my time. Yo, I'm gonna get you, baby, it's just a matter of time. Why you teasing me? You like to drive me crazy, huh? What's the reason? Don't you wanna be my baby, huh? You the lightning, I'm the thunder, baby, recording the storm. You hiding from the hunter, I see you, shorty, it's on. I know you like me, but for now you just keeping it undercover. Like a balaclava, love is hot as lava. You into me, give it to me, papa. It's not over till it's over,
Just for chat. It's not for me because it's a waste of time. Obviously.
Matt Sharkfig says too busy with entrepreneurial ideas. Can't wash ass.
Exactly.
Snarkaroni says you have no logic.
10 minutes a day adds up by end of the year.
Sunless_apprentice says if I won Mega Millions, I would.
Jesus Christ. He's a special motherfucker. He gives no shits, no response to me. For me letting him in. Wow, what a douche. Absolute douchebag. Someone clip that, please. Please clip that.
Poultry Motion says we rolling up for a drive-by. This guy is... I didn't even hit the live button until now. I was talking to myself. What's up, Bog Mots? Why I didn't hit the live button? Now it's live. Now it's actually live.
Nightbird says, chat has watched Andy's neckbird 48 times.
What's up, Sunless? How you doing? Chat.
Restream Bot says, YouTube, Bot Rix has correctly joined the channel.
Oh, it's gonna rain pretty hard. Look at the sky. Look at that sky. So beautiful. We might end up in here. What? Philly steaks? Charlie's Philly steaks? That's new. I've never seen that before. They must have moved in. I don't like Philly steaks, generally speaking, honestly. There hasn't been any Philly steak that's like made me like drop it all, you know? It's hot. I have no idea how hot it is. What is it? 78. But it's humid.
I'm gonna make mac and cheese. I'm gonna buy the ingredients right now. Just put it in the work fridge. That's what we're gonna do right now. I'm in the mood to eat some mac and cheese, but I'm not gonna eat the whole thing by myself. So I'll go make it for work, the work fam. A little bit right already. No, we're just like barely inside now. Look at that fucking sky. It's raining all day yesterday. I'm curious how the Charlie's Philly steak tastes like though.
Bogzilla says, did they ask you to do it? I doubt it.
No, I didn't. No. Sorry. No, they didn't ask me. I volunteered because I need to like practice making food for other people, see if they like it or not. You know. My F. Hold on. It's a peeking. Peeky. Can you see that? Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm at my latest weight. 194.9, which is basically 195. Let's do it. Yeah. He types a very specific style.
Restream Mod says YouTube. M-E. High step.
Stop.
Henri Henry says, so you said you think she's dating Warby.
I didn't mean to say that. I'm sorry. It was instincts. My natural investigator instincts. I'm sorry.
Restream Mod says YouTube. M-E. Mo.
2026 is a year from now. What are you talking about? You mean 2025?
Alright, jumping into some entertainment news. So BTS is saying the group is working alongside plans potentially syncing up with Tomorrow X Together's return. So March is about to be a massive month for K-pop fans.
Chiefy J says, TT. Cloud, 259 milliseconds. Bogzilla says, natural investigator instincts.
What? What was the question before? It wiped out.
Sendless Apprentice says, are we in Thailand?
Good morning, Steph.
MVCZR says, good morning.
Good morning, Steph. Good morning, Steph. Good morning, Bog. Good morning, Moki. I think he's in here. We're in Thailand. If I was in Thailand, I would have a pretty woman next to me. I would assume, right? I would expect. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Mama Javema Milk says, hehehe.
I'm kidding.
MVCZR says,
I think if you have gray pubes, that means you're pretty much bald, right? It looks bald, almost. It look weird. I never seen gray pubes. Yeah, keep coming in 9 minutes. Bing bong. take my virginity away on podcast content. I've done interviewing content, but I haven't done podcast content. I don't know what you mean. Ow. Ow.
Says PC send help, I can't breathe. Match up.
I always forget it's like either 168 it's supposed to get off or 175. It usually says George Washington Bridge or Port 30. So I assume it's 175. Want to say Coom Shot? What? Coom Shot. Say it.
Coom Shot.
It'll be in my BRB.
Scentless Apprentice says, let's see if this motherfucker is live again.
I was talking to myself. Anyways, I was trying to say.
Chiefy J says, scene successfully switched to live. Rinson says, hey, we back.
Yeah.
Scentless Apprentice says, we back.
Yeah, I was talking to myself for a little bit. So as soon as I left Walmart, I had internet. So apparently, their Wi-Fi specifically blocked Twitch, and there was no data available for cell data. All the cell data was sucked up by everyone else. And I'm on like deep purge.
MB712 says, what's this TTS voice now?
It's iPhone TTS.
Rinson says, GG.
The other TTS is on Android. I wasn't planning on streaming today. Not IRL at all. I was gonna take a break until I asked the boss, "Are you gonna do barbecue tomorrow?" And he said, "Yeah, we're gonna do barbecue again tomorrow." He usually does it like on Fridays now on a regular basis when it's warmer out. So as long as it's not raining, he's gonna do barbecue. I said, "You know what? Can I just bring some mac and cheese?" Like, sure. My treat or whatever. Costs $20, but got the ingredients right here. I'll put it in the fridge over there at work. I can't make it by myself and just eat it all myself. That's not healthy for me, obviously. So I wanted to see if they like it, Be a good opportunity for me to learn, see if they like it. What's up? They have no internet in that fucking place in Walmart anymore. Especially now when it's like a lot busier.
Doug714 says, hi Jay.
What's up, Doug? What did I miss in chat? For some reason, this app doesn't retain history. So I can't see. And once I end and start on here, it wipes out the chat for me. Unfortunately. How you guys be? I was in there not too long
Nightbird says, new show I'm working on. Speed dating. Discord DM me if interested in being a part of the show.
What's up, Brinson? Oh no, we're not doing FF. FF only.
I am born again Degenerate after I attend church. MVCZR says, hi Rinson.
FF only was created out of anger. And I'm trying not to be angry, but it's really, really difficult. Obviously yesterday, I specifically was more angry about the job. That got me riled up. The fucking job on the weekends.
Nightbird says, the family initiative is a new initiative I will be working on to build a very close and very trusted streamer circle on Twitch.
So on the weekend jobs, I'm not happy about that job anymore. I'm ready to walk off the job, honestly. Which I know Bog will say I'm a weak little bitch boy for doing that, but I don't like working for bad bosses. He's basically set me. The boss has set me up for failure on purpose, or just incompetency, or whatever. I don't know, one or the other. That got me riled up. Last night, and it spilled over to the situation. With going to TwitchCon, which I want to enjoy. I really do. I just want to go and enjoy it. Yeah. Did a spam end?
MB712 says, damn, what happened?
What do you mean specifically? With the job? Last weekend, I didn't have any SD cards to do my job. I had to take it from someone else's bag, which is, it feels wrong, obviously, from doing that, but I had no choice in the matter. I had no choice but to take someone else's SD cards. Oh, one SD card. They only had one in their camera. Jimmy. So that got me riled up. Got me riled up.
MV712 says, I would have just told my boss I can't do this job without the SD card.
Well, my boss, I don't message him unless it's like emergencies or whatever. I have like another boss that I work with on weekends. He told me just look around, that's it. But this is after, because he starts at 9 a.m.
Nightbird says, Andy will be hitting up local bars to pick up alcoholics on a Freak Fest vengeance arc.
Nightbot.
Doug714 says, FWB Fest when?
So,
MVCZR says, FWB.
It's weird when a woman says it, honestly. Just feels weird. So I told my other boss, which starts at 9 a.m.
Momage of Emma Milk says, FWB.
I leave the office at 8 a.m.
MVCZR says, bruh why?
Why?
Gamon Jenkins says, sup Chefly, how's it going MNA?
Just imagine if you
Big
told
D
that,
Chefly.
just imagine if you told that
Probably
to,
WW3 says, FWB.
I can't. I have a hard time talking.
Doug714 says, hi Jakins.
I have to like mute chat to talk over. So imagine if you told that to a guy friend of yours, FWB, and they're wondering, is she trolling? Like, it's like you're fucking with their heads, obviously, you know. That's why it feels weird, you know. It's just a term. You know, you're trolling me. Obviously, I know that. Not just a term, you're trolling me.
Momage of Emma Milk says, MVCZR says, probably WW3 says,
What do you have against girls? I have nothing against girls.
Jimmy Opper says, Andy is getting riled up by no FWB.
Can I scroll in here? Yeah, I can. What's up, Jenkins? But yeah,
MR Peggy Hill says, hi Warcraft Andy, I'm here for you. MVCZR says, then pretend I'm a man, weirdo. Doug714 says, let's put a smile on that face.
I mean,
Probably WW3 says, FWB. Doug714 says, fuck with benefits.
it's friends with benefits. Not fuck with benefits. I mean, it's implied. It's
Probably WW3 says,
friends
Mod
with
Peggy Hill,
benefits is
he's here for
implied.
you.
It's implied that you're fucking. It's implied. It's not fuck with benefits. It's a little weird. The benefit is fucking. It's friends with benefits.
MR Peggy Hill says, Mod WW3, he defended your ass. Momage of Emma Milk says, cook mac and cheese for WW3, he defended your ass. MVCZR says, at least I'd be treated with a minuscule amount of respect, if you pretended I were a man.
No, it's not. What do you mean?
Jimmy Opper says, oh now Andy is a FWB expert.
What do you mean?
Probably WW3 says, Steph is more of a man than Chiefy will ever be.
All the guys.
Cold Light Oracle says, guys are you off today?
All the guys in chat, they just troll me, and I troll them back. What kind of respect you're looking for out of me? I mean, I respect the guys and girls equally. Certain women expect me to kiss their feet and treat them like women and princesses and queens, which is not something I will ever do. You know what I mean? I'll just treat you as an equal. Is that not respectful? As an equal? You're an equal. I know some women cannot stand that, being treated as an equal. You're an equal. I basically pretend you're a guy already. You know?
Downward Doggo says, cook mac and cheese for WW3, he defended your ass. Gamon Jenkins says, I would kiss a woman's feet TBH.
I'm not sure.
MVCZR says, you really don't, you treat women like they're objects.
No, that's not true at all.
Doug714 says, I respect you honey.
It's not
trailer.
Gamon Jenkins says, honey OMW. MR Peggy Hill says, I doubt they're trolling you. I think they're serious nowadays. Momage of Emma Milk says, I haven't you seen you treat any girl in chat as an equal.
Yeah, I do. As an equal.
Probably WW3 says, did Andy just use the separate but equal logic?
Equal.
This boy doesn't know history.
What?
Gamon Jenkins says, if I had a GF my life would be so much better.
Separate but equal logic? No. Equal. I mean, I treat certain streamers differently than just chatters. That's different. Certain streamers, they're treated a little bit with different delicacy. They're more delicate. So they treat them a little bit differently to streamers. A little bit differently. Not in a bad way though. In a better way probably. We recognize the cycle. Get angrier and angrier, lash out at anyone, behave poorly, and complain about it. What?
Downward Doggo says, recognize this cycle, take none of chat's advice, make poor decisions, get angrier and angrier, lash out at Aveon and behave poorly, and then complain about it. Lather, rinse, repeat.
What time did I clock out? I got one.
Probably WW3 says, FWB.
See, the thing is that if someone says FWB and they're a guy, obviously I have no interest. But if they're a woman, I would have to assume they're trolling, obviously. That's all I can do. And what did I miss?
As if you even have a chance with me.
Who?
Momage of Emma Milk says,
I'm not
what if it
guys.
was a hot guy?
No, well, the weird thing is, I almost had a weird situation being offered FWB before. But because I'm not looking for FWB, I'm looking for romance. So that didn't happen. I don't know what kind of respect Steph is looking for. I treat her basically as one of the guys, really. Give me examples. I need to take a shower. Who would take a shower with me? And be so there.
Jimmy Opper says, everyone is trolling you with FWB, you dummy.
Alright, why is it so delayed? TTS.
Matt's Heart says, FWB. MR Peggy Hill says, FWB isn't used here to be FWB with you. They are using it to mock you since you didn't know what it meant for a while. Gamon Jenkins redeemed 5 push-ups. Matt's Heart says, 2-ply. Probably WW3 says, LMAO. MVCZR says, I can't even talk here for some reason. Andy assumes I know nothing, am not trolling ever, and always offend his delicate sensibilities with saying FWB.
You're not trolling ever. What are you talking about? You literally troll me all the time. You literally troll me all the time. What are you talking about?
I can't. Matt's Heart says, how many ply do you use?
I don't know.
Momage of Emma Milk says, Steph is a tripod. Cold Light Oracle says, is this chat always fighting? Matt's Heart says, great angle. Downward
Of
Doggo
course,
says,
yeah.
Fuckfest is as real to
You
chat
love
as
hating
Fifffest. It's a big con.
I fucked up my thumb.
Matt's Heart says, I'm coming to Fuckfest, send me the dates.
If you come to Fuckfest, you just take all the women away from it. Why would I invite you?
Nightbird says, Andy will be hitting up local bars to pick up alcoholics on a Freak Fest vengeance arc. Momage of Emma Milk says, I'm going to fuck on the 28th. Fuckfest.
doing for you, chat? Ow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should have put gloves on. Ow.
Demon Jenkins says, W.
Ow.
Getting slow, old king.
Doing push-ups on rocks is not a good idea, especially hot rocks. Fuck me. Ow. Ow! Now it really hurts. Oh, fuck.
MVCZR says, I'm going to have a fuckfest now, bye.
Congratulations. Have fun. Wear protection.
Downward Doggo says, time for Indian food, and to ask out that Indian lady.
We don't have Indian food nearby.
MR Peggy Hill says, soy boy.
Oh. I think that Indian lady is probably married. I could ask her.
One Cogs says, Y00.
What's up, one cog?
Made some homemade burgers today.
You? Congrats. Smash burgers?
Doug714 says, ask her fun with benefits.
I don't think Indian people are usually into that. Friends with benefits.
One Cogs says, I think I'ma start a fuckfest TBH and yes.
She's not Americanized. She's definitely from India. That's for sure. I wouldn't mind dating an Indian woman though. I think doing a fuck fest is your prerogative, obviously, but in my opinion, if anyone does it, definitely only do it for like a little bit.
Probably WW3 says, she would mind dating you.
I wouldn't recommend doing it if
Doug714 says, Prejudice J. One Cogs says, think she'd rather go back to India, bro.
I don't think you should do it.
Stream Elements says, we're taking a quick break. See you.
So I don't recommend doing a fuckfest if you intend to build a family in the future. So because a fuckfest could have an oopsie and you could have an unplanned pregnancy out of it. And you would have to be basically forced into building a family with someone you weren't planning to build a family with. You know what I mean? Somewhat forced, per se. I mean, you can become a deadbeat dad if you want to, as a choice. But I choose not to become a deadbeat dad. Again, a vasectomy, you know? A vasectomy.
Doggo says, put away your bottle opener, please.
Ding-a-ling, ling-a-ling, 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 ling-a-ling. Dude got an ad. I wasn't planning on going live.
MR Peggy Hill says, my recommendation would be for you to stop giving out recommendations. You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Jon Snow.
MVCZR says, he's judging me because he thinks it's not acceptable for a woman to be promiscuous, but it's okay for a man to.
I wasn't responding to you. I was responding to one cog. Steph. Me? I was responding in general, not to anyone specifically. Mostly with one cog though. Because I know he wants to build a family, from what I think he told me, or mentioned in chat. I don't know if you want to build a family. I mean, that's up to you. I wasn't talking directly to you though. Promiscuous. I can't pronounce that word.
MVCZR says, that's why it's uncomfortable when I say the same things men do.
What?
Demon Jenkins says, based Chefly.
What? Well, he said it after you. It's different meanings. Like, I don't care if you're promiscuous. I was talking about family building. People who do fuckfests is gonna like risk that opportunity.
Downward Doggo says, when you can't pronounce a word, sound it out. Momijavema Milk says,
Promiscuous.
Herman Granger.
Promiscuous. Promiscuous. Too many syllables. Promiscuous. 4 syllables. Promiscuous. 4 syllables. Too many syllables. I think 2 or 3 is fine with me. 4 is pushing it.
Inu Henry says, are you making mac and cheese for work or just buying it at a store?
No, I'm making it.
MVCZR says, you do believe it though, regardless of what you were responding to.
No, you're assuming my opinion about.
You show that belief often.
No, I don't. What do you mean? No, wait, I'm showing belief. What are you talking about? What are you specifically talking about? You mean me calling?
Probably WW3 says, promiscuous isn't he the one who stole fire from the gods? Now an eagle eats his liver as it regenerates every day.
Oh shit, we're about to die. Fuck my life. We're dying because it's overheating. See, Scentless? We're overheating, by the way, and it's gonna die right now. We're overheating. Let me turn on the car again. God damn it. We got like 5 minutes left, or 6 minutes left. Anyways, I gotta turn on the heat. The AC, to make sure you guys don't die. Overheating. I don't know what she means. I don't know what Seth means by it.
Inu Henry says, Jesus, your car is a mess.
Yes, it is.
Downward Doggo says, bro, can you clean up your car maybe?
No, I don't.
Probably WW3 says, just like his life.
I don't care if guys or girls.
Downward Doggo says, look at all that shit on the passenger floor.
I encourage that. Unless you're talking about specifically about my situation I had in the past.
MVCZR says, I'm tired of talking to a brick wall.
And that's just specifically talking about my past experience.
MR Peggy Hill says, why don't you sub to Scientist? He has a checkmark now and depends on...
I should talk about specifically about my recent experience. Just don't lie to people. That's the only issue I have. That's it. I don't care if a guy or girls are fucking around. I don't think that's promiscuous. I don't even use the word promiscuous. I use the other word, the SL word. But I only use the SL word when it's like involved in like lying to people and being dishonest. That's it. I don't care. I encourage SL. I don't want to say it because it's an insulting word. I don't even mean it to people I don't like. I really don't like or hate. He goes live when I go live. I mean, I would sub to him. But I never get a chance to watch him. I'm always live when he's live, or he's live. I'm live. One or the other, whichever order there is. We go live at the same time, usually. Like I said, in the evening time. He goes live at 5. I go live at 8 or 9. Can you fast forward to the part where you're going to need security? No. We're not talking about that right now. Because it gets me triggered. And it gets chat triggered.
Gamon Jenkins says, loving the stream king.
What about the end soon?
Momijavema Milk says, Sendless made you.
He made me.
Gamon Jenkins says, always put a smile on my fat face.
Fat face. If you're actually fat, why don't you just join me along with my e-boy journey and we could lose weight together? You know, I'm looking for other people to like help hold me accountable while I hold them accountable. We hold each other accountable. It's a little easier when we hold each other accountable with like weight loss. You know, I'm saying.
MR Peggy Hill says, without Scientist, you are nothing.
What?
Probably WW3 says, join him on his road to diabetes. We are so close. Momage of Emma Milk says, do you miss Orby?
Yes, of course. But he's taking a break from Twitch or something like that. I don't know.
Do you miss WW3? He defended your ass.
No.
Downward Doggo says, where is Orby, bro? Doug714 says, passive income.
I guess he's focused on other things right now.
Probably WW3 says, why wouldn't go save Orby from the sludge monster?
Well, he's busy doing other stuff right now. He's busy doing other stuff. Yeah.
MR Peggy Hill says, why did you can Orby? Free Orby.
Can Obi? I didn't can him.
Gamon Jenkins says,
Didn't ban
yeah
him.
Chefly, let's lose weight together.
Yeah.
MR Peggy Hill says, ban.
Are you
Probably
the first thing you
WW3
need
says,
to do,
free Orby.
Jenkins, I don't know if you eat chips. Don't buy chips anymore. Like, don't even buy them.
Momage of Emma Milk says,
Yeah.
I want mac and cheese.
Try that. Like, don't buy.
Downward
don't buy
Doggo
any
says,
chips.
free Snarky.
Don't buy candy. That's how. that's how I started.
Doug714 says,
Don't buy it.
Jay, let's make passive income together.
Don't buy any candy or chips at all. If you see I don't know if you do like the pre-cooked food, like, you know, frozen pre-cooked shit. Don't buy that at all. Start there. No soda. Then, you know, you can still drink juice, just in moderation. Just don't drink a whole jug in a single day, you know.